We have one coon back right. Excuse me. We have one coon back right now. The story behind the coons. If you'll remember in the last coon video, the coons had strange injuries on their backs. They're eating, she's eating miniature marshmallows right now, and she really likes them. Oh, she's going crazy over those marshmallows. The cat, Jackie the cat likes them too. Anyway, several of the coons that were here had injuries. They had I don't know if that one's got any left. That one, if you can get her to turn around, her butt end is injured, where you can see her skin has been ripped off of her hind end, and her skin and hair is finally starting to grow back. Well, she's not being cooperative. Anyway, she's skittish right now because of what happened to her. The other one that was coming up, that was chasing her from the food, had that great big huge patch on its back that before I had taken that last video, it was all raw and had a big gash down the middle of her back, and her butt end was all ripped off, and it was just like she had been skinned alive. I mean, tomahawk skinned. It was skinned. Well, I have found what the cause was. Young adult, mostly males out here, the teenage and young adults, have been coon hunting. They have a coon dog. They had assured me in the past, when I first moved here and there was ungodly amounts of coons and I was relocating coons, they offered to stop and pick them up and relocate them for me. I was relocating them up the road to the wildlife refuge place, and they said they could relocate some on their grandparents' property. They said they would hunt them later, but they just chased them and then stopped. They just went for a good run. They assured me that. Well, they were wrong. These coons, I'm missing several. There were 5 here. There was 6. Then there were 5. And now there's just 1. There've been 2 here for a long time. I'm waiting to see if it's going to come back out. Anyway, a few nights ago, they were going by on their 4-wheeler, and their coon dog come running up in the yard and running all over my yard, and a wailing and a howling on the chase, ran up to the trailer. It was after the coons. Their coon dog was all over my property. They were on my property hunting. Back on my far side of my property. And chased these coons up here. Those patches ripped off the back of these coons. Off their back, off their hind end, off their tails. That is indicative of a coon. This has to be my opinion, but that is indicative of a coon trying to climb up a tree to get away from a dog, and the dog ripping and grabbing it, and ripping and literally skinning the poor coons alive. These were babies. Adults are missing, but these were babies, and they're tame, and they're used to being around people. They're not domesticated, but they have gotten tame. And the little feet on that one, if you remember, I talked about how bloody the little feet were. That is indicative. Hang on. We'll watch right here and see if it comes back. That's where my dog food was delivered today, and they like to come up and rip the first hole in the box, which I let them do because it gives me a little handhold to drag the box inside with, because they make just the perfect size hole and reach in and get the dog food out. Anyway, those little bloody hands are indicative of a coon that has been in a cage and is desperately trying to get out. I've seen it before. Or trap. Cage or trap. Well, now I'm wondering, are they trapping these coons and letting the dogs attack them through the cage? Is that what's happening? To get the dogs all built up so they'll go hunt them? These sleazy, low-life young adults are hunting pet coons. Coons that are used to being around people. Baby coons. And they are letting their coon dog climb up halfway up the tree and rip and tear and skin these coons alive, literally, for their weekend entertainment and enjoyment. These young adults, these boys, there may be some girls with them, are using these coons and they're suffering for their entertainment. Now, how do I know this much? Because I know these boys. They've talked to me before. They've told me how much they coon hunt. Other people in the area have told me how much they coon hunt. I have had to get them off my property on the backside multiple times because they were back there coon hunting. And I had to make it clear to them they're not going to coon hunt on my property. But apparently they still are, and I'm going to have to deal with it. But this just makes me so queasy sick to think of these coons frantically trying to get away from these dogs, and these dogs ripping their skin and fur off in great big huge pieces. Huge pieces. The length of their backs. Their whole butt off. And these boys standing there watching it happen because they think it's fun. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comments. Oh. I'm losing it. My poor little babies that have trusted me so much, that have gotten friendly and tame and come right up and take food out of my hand. I've even held a plate of food out, and they'll come up to me and take food off the plate. And they've been tortured. Let me know what you think about this in the comments and what your opinion is of what you think probably if this is the way it is. I'm positive of it. And what you think should be done about it. And I guess they're not going to come up to the dog food right now. I only see that one now. It went off to hide from the cats. I think they ran out of marshmallows. I have to go get some more marshmallows. We'll try one more time under the trailer. The cat seems to think something's trying to come get her marshmallow. There's a couple marshmallows left. Most of them's gone. That coon sure liked those marshmallows. All the dog food we threw out there, I think it's gone, most of it too. Well, I'm going to go fix my supper and see if the coons come back in a little bit. I am so upset about this. I will try to catch up these videos this week. I've been saying that. But I have really been tired from the neighbor poisoning me. That's Another story for another video soon. Things are happening around here faster than I can get stuff filmed and online and posted. But it's never boring. So you all have a good night, a good week, have a blessed one, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for stopping in at my homestead tonight. Or day, or morning, whenever it is you stopped in. I thank you and I appreciate you. Have a good one.